The fact that you just traded on that proves that you can't be trusted.
Hands in the air. Turn around slowly.
I cannot believe you just asked me
You
that.
respected me enough not to lie to my face.
We took that final step and lived to tell the tale.
Welcome to General Hospital Media. And if you are not strapped in right now, you need to stop everything you are doing and get comfortable, because what is about to go down in Port Charles this week is absolutely unhinged. We are talking betrayals, confrontations, and one moment that is going to make your jaw hit the floor. So before we dive in, quick spoiler warning, everything you are about to hear comes straight from the latest General Hospital previews for the week of May 4th, and trust me, this week is not playing around. Stay with me all the way to the end because the biggest twist is saved for last, and you do not want to miss a single second of it. Let us start right here. Port Charles is no stranger to chaos. This city has seen mob wars, secret identities, fake deaths, and enough betrayal to fill an entire lifetime. But something is shifting this week. Something underneath the surface has been quietly building for weeks now, and it is finally about to explode in everyone's faces. The tension has reached a breaking point, and the people at the center of it all are about to be tested in ways they never expected. Let us talk about the moment everyone has been waiting for. Brennan. Jack Brennan. A man who has operated in the shadows for so long that most people in Port Charles forgot just how dangerous he really is. He is not someone who loses his composure easily. He is calculated, cold, and controlled. But this week, Brennan comes face to face with none other than Valentin Cassadine. And let me tell you, when these two men are in the same room, the air changes. You can feel it. This is not a friendly reunion. This is not a polite conversation over coffee at the Metro Court. This is two wolves circling each other, and both of them know exactly what is at stake. Now think about who Valentin is for a second. This is a man who has survived the Cassadine family, who has navigated international espionage, who has looked Victor Cassadine in the eye and come out breathing. Valentin does not scare easily. He has buried secrets so deep that even he sometimes forgets where the bodies are, metaphorically speaking. But when he sees Brennan standing there, something shifts. There is a recognition between these two men, a history that has not been fully told yet, and that is what makes this scene so electric. What exactly do Brennan and Valentin have on each other? What is the connection that ties them together beyond the surface? The previews give us just enough to know that this confrontation is not random. This meeting was inevitable. And whatever is said between them, whatever cards get laid on the table in that room, the consequences are going to ripple across Port Charles for weeks. This is the kind of face-to-face that changes the game entirely. But here is where General Hospital reminds us that it knows how to balance intensity with something even more raw and personal. Because on the other side of town, we have Jocelyn Jacks, and what she does this week is something that is going to leave viewers completely stunned. Jocelyn has been through so much. She has lost people she loved. She has fought battles no young woman should ever have to fight, and she has come out the other side stronger each time. But strength does not mean she is invincible. Strength does not mean she is not capable of reaching a breaking point. And this week, Jocelyn reaches hers. In a shocking and visceral moment, Jocelyn smashes Cassius right in the head. Not metaphorically, not in a dream sequence. This happens, and the fallout is immediate and intense. Now let us think about what brings someone like Jocelyn to that place. This is not impulsive behavior without reason. Jocelyn does not snap without cause. Something pushed her. Something Cassius did. Something Cassius said. Or something Cassius threatened crossed a line that could not be uncrossed. And when Jocelyn makes that move, she is not just protecting herself in the physical sense. She is drawing a line in the sand that says enough is enough. The real question now is what happens next. Because when you do something like that, when that kind of violence erupts in a moment of pure desperation or rage or survival, the consequences do not just disappear. There will be questions. There will be people who want answers. And Jocelyn, who has always tried to do the right thing even when the right thing cost her everything, is now standing in the middle of a situation that could define the rest of her story in Port Charles. You are watching General Hospital Media, and we are just getting started. Let us zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture, because these two storylines are not happening in isolation. Port Charles right now is like a pressure cooker with the heat cranked all the way up, and every character is feeling it. The walls between the criminal underworld and the lives of everyday people in this town have never been thinner. Brennan's presence in Port Charles has always carried a weight to it, and now that he is squaring off with Valentin, the implications go beyond just those two men. Every alliance, every secret, every carefully constructed deal that has held the piece together could unravel depending on what comes out of that confrontation. And Valentin, for his part, is a man who has been trying to walk a finer line in recent months. He has people he cares about now, people he does not want to put in danger. But Brennan coming to him directly suggests that the luxury of neutrality may be over. When someone like Brennan shows up at your door, you do not get to stay out of the fight. You are in it whether you want to be or not. Now let us also think about the emotional weight around Jocelyn's story this week, because there is someone who is going to be deeply affected by what she did, and that is the people who love her most. Carly is going to feel the shockwaves of this. The people in Jocelyn's corner are going to be pulled into the aftermath of that moment, and each of them is going to have to decide how to stand by her while also dealing with the reality of what happened. This is the kind of storyline that tests relationships, that reveals who truly has your back when everything falls apart. And what about Cassius himself? A man does not get taken down like that without consequences. His next move, his reaction, the question of what his intentions actually were in the first place, all of that is now front and center. Was he a threat to Jocelyn's safety? Was there something darker going on beneath the surface of their interactions? The answers to those questions are going to matter enormously as this story moves forward, and General Hospital is clearly setting up something that goes much deeper than just one explosive moment. Here is what makes this week so compelling on a storytelling level. You have two completely different kinds of conflict happening at the same time. On one side, you have Brennan and Valentin, two powerful men with complicated histories playing a high-stakes chess match where every word is a calculated move. On the other side, you have Jocelyn, a young woman pushed beyond her limits who reacted from a place of pure raw emotion. One is cold and strategic. The other is hot and human. And both of them are absolutely gripping television. The contrast is the point. General Hospital has always understood that the most powerful drama comes when you weave together the cold world of power and the warm world of personal emotion. When those two worlds collide, that is when Port Charles truly comes alive. So where does all of this leave us heading into the rest of the week? Brennan and Valentin's confrontation has opened a door that cannot be closed again. Whatever was said between them, whatever threats were made or truces were offered, the dynamic in Port Charles has shifted. And Jocelyn is now standing at a crossroads that is going to force everyone around her to choose sides and face some very uncomfortable truths. The previews are giving us the setup, but the payoff is coming. And something tells me that before this week is done, there is at least one more twist that none of us saw coming. Because that is Port Charles. Just when you think you have the picture figured out, the frame changes entirely. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Jocelyn was justified in what she did to Cassius? Or did she go too far? And what do you think Brennan and Valentin said to each other behind closed doors? Drop your theories in the comments right now because this community always has the best takes, and I read every single one of them. If this update had you on the edge of your seat, hit that like button and share this with every General Hospital fan you know, because more people need to be talking about what is happening in Port Charles right now. Subscribe to General Hospital Media so you never miss a breaking update, and turn on your notifications because we are posting new content all week long as this story continues to develop. This is General Hospital Media, your source for Port Charles breaking drama, and we will see you in the next one. Port Charles never sleeps, and neither do we.